Hello and welcome back to the Mike from LA1 channel here on YouTube, and welcome back to the episode 2 of the Monty Burns, aka Mr. Burns, career mode. This is episode 2. This is the second time me recording this because someone interrupted, a phone call interrupted, and now time for our team of the day. Last time it was the Saints, this time we are choosing the team. I'm already pressing start here. Now it accepted that, and now our team of the day will be, this time around, will be the Phillips, not going to be Phillips' team, but it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's go. This up. And look, it's already snowing. Yay. And now we're going to resume Mr. Burns' career as the head coach. Hopefully he'll lead Jacksonville to and now it's consisting of the draft, but this time I don't think the draft will be in the next episode. Now I'm gonna try the spin seat to fast, and there's the official welcome is the combine workouts.
Coach, the scouts just emailed me their notes from today's combine drills.
Okay, so most of these really do impress Mr. Burns. Really impress Mr. Burns. And there's his general manager, Jerry Harless. Well, he has no hair, so that helps Mr. Burns. And now, to dismiss it, you hit the B button, and it'll disappear.
Scouts are getting ready to talk to the O-line. Who's it going to be?
Well, this one is obviously a no-brainer for Mr. Burns. He's going to choose Arizona State's Mike Pollock, Julio Rachel from USC, and at the last pick, we're choosing from Michigan, Jake Long. Yes. And all this is okay. Now this time from now on, he's gonna delete it. Now he's gonna talk.
What kicker would you like us to interview at the combine?
From Oregon State, Alexis Serna, and from California, Andrew Larson. Yes. Okay, now this one's gonna be a tough one. As look at this. Most of this stuff is pretty impressive, except for booty. Delete that, and now let's do the tutorial because that's.
Hey, Coach, what quarterback would you like to talk to today?
I'll choose from Delaware, Joe Flacco, currently with the Ravens, and from Hawaii, Cole Brennan, because Booty disappointed me. Okay, we're not going to hear that. Combine's coming for running backs.
Okay, Coach, it's time for the interviews. What halfback do you want us to talk to?
From Arkansas, now still with the Oakland Raiders, Darren McFadden. Chris Johnson from East Carolina. Jonathan Stewart from Oregon. Mr. Burns chooses Jacob Hester from LSU. Jamal Charles from Texas. Jerome Fulton from Furman. Peyton Hillis from Arkansas. And from Kentucky, Raphael Little. You know what? No, we're going to replace him with Hightower.
Hey, Coach, it's time for the interview. What wide receiver would you like to talk to?
Well, Mr. Burns did decide he's going to go 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends. So he went with Donnie Avery from Houston, Lima Sweet, the last wide receiver from Texas. Then he will choose Dustin Keller from Purdue and John Carlson from Notre Dame.
NFL restricted free agent signing period officially begins at 9 a.m. this morning as teams focus on tendering their restricted free agents.
And Mr. Burns decides.
Players work with interested teams on offer sheets. If they sign those offer sheets, their original team has 10 days to match or let the player sign with the new team.
And now we are looking at the unrestricted free agents, and Mr. Burns is looking at Albert Haynesworth from the Tennessee Titans, currently with the New England on the free agent market right now, as he is looking at choices, and I need to hit the B button. Now it's time for the...
It's time for the linebacker interviews, Coach. Who's it going to be?
And we decided from UCLA, Bruce Davis. From BYU, Brian Kell. Also from the from University of Purdue, Stanford Kelgar. And we gotta have Clifford Averill since we want to complete the Purdue trio. Hit there and... oh.
What defensive lineman would you like us to interview?
Okay, now these ones are a no-brainer for Mr. Burns. Gotta pick up the USC trio. Lawrence Jackson from University of Southern California, Cedric Ellis. Denrick Harvey from Florida. Glenn Dorsey from LSU. Chris Long from Virginia. And from Eastern Michigan, Jason Jones. Oh, jeez, I gotta keep hitting that B button there. Oh, scouting results.
I'm Adam Schefter, and here's your combine update. A few players saw their stock rise and fall this week, and we'll start with LSU's star wide receiver. He decided to run at the last possible second, and his slow time may have hurt his draft stock a little bit. I had him graded out as the #1 receiver in October, but he slipped to a late first-round pick at this point. USC's left tackle really impressed scouts this week, benching 225 pounds 38 times and running a very fast 40-yard dash. He might have jumped into the top 5 with his showing this week. I'll be back next time with some notes on pro days.
And that's exactly how far we're going today. It's the pro days. That's how I'm just upgrading Mr. Burns. And now it's time for free agency, and this is the best part here because we get to fantasy team game plan here. As you can see, here's our quarterbacks: David Garrard, Dante Paul Pepper, and most of these guys are free agents. Hopefully we get to do team needs. As we need a right guard, wide receiver 2. Yeah, we need a lot of stuff. Here's our draft board. As you can see, okay, since Mr. Burns seems to like USC, Flacco's gonna go all the way down. All the way down. He's gonna plummet. Right here, the one right here. And the salary cap status, we are good. They have money to spend here. Is tutorial for trades. Contracts here.
The NFL free agent signing period kicks off at 9 a.m. this morning. Look for big name deals with big name players all throughout the entire month.
And now Mr. Burns, with his money, he's trying to spend time.
Saying this is the draft preview. After putting together my mock
As you can
draft,
see,
I've got a
they
good
are
idea
taking
of
it,
how the
and
first
it is
round
over.
player,
Albert
Arkansas
Hainsworth
star running
belongs
back
to
is
the
best player on
Jacksonville
the board.
Jaguars
He should be
for
followed by
$58
the
million
lineman out of
bucks.
LSU in Virginia. And then if you're looking for a sleeper in the class,
And
keep
right
an
now,
eye on
it
the
looks
other
like right now
Arkansas running
the
back. I think
heavily
he's nearly
favored
as
pick
talented
for the
as his
Jacksonville
teammate.
Jaguars
He
is
has less tread on his
Antoine
tires,
Cason
and
from
he'll come at a lot
Arizona.
better price when negotiating that first deal.
As now it's time to start negotiations.
Now's our chance to make an offer on this player, Coach.
And he wants package 12,
Jacksonville's strategy in the bidding war was simply pay whatever we need
which
to.
we did.
In the end, it walked away with the right to negotiate with one of the offseason's biggest free agents. It'll begin work on a
On New
contract.
England,
that
we
will
need
be-
a right guard, so
I'm Eric Mangini, and you're watching NFL Network.
let's see what they want, and we'll give them.
Free agency is in full swing, and it seems that another key player is now off the market. One of my sources told me this morning
that will work.
a deal has been struck between
So we get a
crucial
new
free
player as
agent and
Asante
Jacksonville
Samuels
Jaguars.
up, a quarterback. As you can see, Mr. Burns with his money, he
The
is.
Jacksonville Jaguars have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
As Asante Samuel now belongs with a Pro Bowler is going
The
to
bidding
be.
is over, and one team has emerged as the winner in the race to sign one of the off-season's most coveted free agents. We'll wait and see if a deal can get done between this difference maker and the Jaguars.
Eugene's. We don't need a free safety, so we can.
The Jaguars and one of the offseason's biggest free agents have agreed on a deal that will be officially announced later today. Fans on the team website are thrilled with the signing, crediting the owner and the GM for the big acquisition. It cost a lot, but right now everyone is extremely excited.
I'm Dick Duran, and you're watching the NFL Network.
As you can see right now, this is all we are doing. Most of these are free agent builds, and we can't. Oh, we can try and get another kicker here. And we win.
Jacksonville's strategy in the bidding war was simply
As we get
do
another kicker,
whatever we need to.
Jason
In the
Elam.
end, it walked away with the right to negotiate with one of the offseason's biggest free agents. It'll begin work on a contract immediately.
So right now it's Dante Stallworth, and now it's time
Hey,
for
Coach,
pro
we're getting
days.
ready to start the negotiation.
We already negotiated. Pro day number 1.
Free agency is in full swing, and it seems that another key player is now off the market.
And now
One of my
Mr.
sources
Burns
told me
has a
this
decision
morning
here.
that a
He
deal
wants
has been struck
to choose
between
one
a crucial
school.
free agent and the New England Patriots.
Hi, I'm Mike Holmgren, and you're watching the NFL Network.
Now here, let's see what the GM has
Hey,
to say.
Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
He decides to go with the school with the most prospects, which is the University of Colorado. Hopefully Cartman wants to go there. Ted Washington, we can't join that, so unfortunately we can't do that.
Negotiations seemed to have broken down last night. It looked hopeless, but I just received word, unexpectedly, that an agreement was finalized at the last possible minute. Both sides conceded on key issues to get the deal done, preventing a huge loss for the Dolphins.
I'm Tom Coughlin, and you're watching the NFL Network.
And now here time for scouting pro day
Coach,
number
the scouts need to know
2,
what pro day to attend.
pro 10, and we have decided to go with the average rating, so the Jacksonville Jaguars scouts will be going to Virginia Tech. So now Mr. Burns is gonna skip these free agents because he did a good job with it this time around, and now it's time for another pro day.
Coach, which pro day should the scouts attend?
Illinois. That's where Mr. Burns apparently grew up, and here well, look at these. Most of these free agencies, and look at this. Now we have a pro day to do here. Now let's.
Coach, what school should we scout?
Well, since Mr. Burns looks at Weber State, let's go to Weber State, I guess. A quarterback? Nope. $6 million, unfortunately. Now it's time to develop our staff, so let's develop Mr. Burns a little bit more. Let's develop Mr. Burns a bit more here, as he'll be. As you can see, this is really. So now his overall skill level is 14, but his skills are not on the hot seat. And now let's see, pro day number 5.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
Well, this one, I have no comment to say here, but we're going to the Ohio State University. And now, as Mr. Burns is skipping all these free agent bids, because most of these are not affordable, now it's time for another pro day.
Hey, Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
Delaware. That's what Mr. Burns says, and excellent. Pro day number 7.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
Okay, for being this school's fan, Mr. Burns better do this. We're going to my team, Florida State. Now here's the draft board, as you can see. Jake Long's going number 4. Jake Long's going number 3. Derek McFadden's going number 2, and Matt Ryan's going number 1. So that's our board, and look at this. Whoa, look out, simulate. No, thank you. Pro day number 8.
Coach, what school should we scout?
Okay, no problem. This is not a brainer. We have to go West Coast again. We're going to Oregon. And the tutorial for the workouts, not really, because it's coming.
Free agency is in full swing, and it seems that another key player is now off the market. One of my sources told me this morning that a deal has been struck between a crucial free agent and the Atlanta Falcons.
Jeez. Okay, the choices are
Coach,
now
which pro day should the
Indiana,
Scouts attend?
Northern Iowa, Oregon State, Garden Web, and Army.
Negotiations seem to have broken down last night.
So
It
we
looked
decided,
hopeless, but I
Mr.
just
Burns
received
decided,
word,
for the Zachman
unexpectedly,
18's
that an
sake,
agreement was
we're going
finalized
Oregon
at the
State.
last possible minute. Both sides conceded on key issues to
Now
get the
Mr.
deal
Burns
done,
is...
preventing a
Oh,
huge
here's our
loss
10th
for the
pro day.
Jaguars.
I'm Tom Coughlin, and you're watching NFL.
And the choices are East Carolina, California, Maryland, Wisconsin,
Coach, the Scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
and Tennessee State. Well, this is probably a no-brainer. We're going to California. John Carney.
The Packers scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce the signing
And now
of
here's
one
pro
of the
days.
offseason's
Here comes number
biggest
the 11th
free
timer
agents.
doing this.
I'm Eric Mangini,
And our
you're watching
choices are
NFL.
Kansas, Florida, Connecticut, BYU, and South
Coach,
Carolina.
what school should we scout?
You guys are scouting Florida. Here comes pro day number 12.
Hey, Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
Our choices are USC, Notre Dame, Arizona State, Georgia, and North Dakota State. Mr. Burns wants the best. They sending the scouts to USC. And here's Pro Day 13.
Coach, the Scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
And the choices are Pittsburgh, Richmond, Hampton, and Furman, Kent State. He's going to Furman because that's one of our choices. Here. And here's Pro Day number 14.
Negotiations
What do you
seemed
want,
to have
Schefter?
broken down last night. It looked hopeless, but I just received word, unexpectedly, that an agreement was finalized at the last possible minute. Both sides conceded on key issues to get the deal done, preventing a huge loss for the Lions.
Coach, which pro day should the Scouts attend?
The choices this time around are Texas A&M, Purdue, Arizona, Clemson, and West Virginia. Let's go Purdue this time around. And here comes 15.
Negotiations seemed to have broken down last night. It looked hopeless, but I just received word, unexpectedly, that an agreement was finalized at the last possible minute. Both sides conceded on key issues to get the deal done, preventing a huge loss for the Bucks.
Okay, I'm getting pretty sick of Schefter interrupting.
Coach, what school should we scout?
The choices are Auburn, Troy, UCLA, UNLV, and Southern Miss. Of course, we're going to Auburn this time around, and is that it?
The Vikings scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce
Oh, here
the
comes
signing
16.
of one of the offseason's biggest free agents.
I'm Gary Kubiak, and you're watching the NFL Network.
Hey, Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
The choices are Rutgers, University of Central Florida, Kansas State, Cincinnati, and Houston. Of course, we're going to Houston. And this is starting to get stale and repetitive, but... Oh, here comes 17.
Coach, which pro day should the Scouts attend?
The choices are Tulane, University of Texas, El Paso, Wake Forest, San Diego State, and New Mexico. But since Mr. Burns wants to be weird, he's going to send the scouts to New Mexico. Oh, here comes Pro Day number 18.
Coach, the Scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
The choices are Michigan, Nebraska, Missouri, Fresno State, and Marshall. I don't even have to ask. I don't have to answer this one. We're going to Michigan. Oh, a trade negotiation. And let's see. Middle linebacker. Well, we could go a little younger. Let's see. We're going to go with a 2-star package. Alright. Okay, then. Oh, here's Pro Day number 19.
Hey, Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
The choices are Utah State, Winston-Salem, San Jose State, Northwestern State, and Akron. But we're not choosing Akron because their team always goes winless. Because they're the suckiest suck that ever sucked. This time we're going Utah State.
The Jacksonville Jaguars have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce a trade that was finalized late this afternoon.
I'm John Fox, and you're watching the NFL Network.
Oh, here comes Pro Day number 20.
Coach, which pro day should the Scouts attend?
The choices are Arkansas State, Michigan State, Minnesota, Buffalo, Mid-Tennessee State. Mr. Burns saw Sports Gaming Universe's channel, so he decides to go to Minnesota. Hopefully we get to draft someone from Minnesota. Pro Day number 21.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
The choices are Louisville, University of South Florida, Idaho. These are the last one. I think this is the last one. We're probably going to Louisville.
I'm Adam Schefter, and this is your Pro Days update. I just got back from Arkansas, where most scouts and media members met for one last time to get a look at the talent on display. Every player at that Pro Day looked good, and their dynamic running back seems like a lock to be the #1 pick at this point. Another Pro Day that received a lot of attention was the USC workout, of course. Scouts in attendance told me they were very impressed by the Trojans linebackers, but a little less enthused about their quarterback and his accuracy issues.
I'm Sean Payton, and you're watching NFL Network.
And now it's time for the individual workouts. And I think this is near the
Coach,
draft.
who would you like the scouts to bring in?
So this time around, we're bringing in Cedric Ellis from USC. This time around. Skip the free agency because we're running out of money. Time for individual workout number 3.
Coach, who would you like some more information on?
We need more information about this shirtless guy from Boston College. And I think this should just about do it for this episode. Come back in episode 3 as we begin the rest of the individual workouts, possibly the drafts. Later, folks.